So I says, yo, haha, it's all in the words.
Hello, 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 hello. Man, it has been, let's say, 4 weeks since I posted this video. I told you that I would give you a response. The question that I was asking, it's like, what would you do in this type of situation? And then let me remind you, there's a married couple that has issues. The wife is a successful shrink. The husband is a deal maker at a big business. They tried to have kids, but she had miscarriages. He was raised to believe that a man has to make his own money and he must have a legacy. So he's going to have kids in order to make that legacy prosper. Kids going to have to be able to look at their dad and be like, I want to strive to be like my dad type. So they have a prenuptial agreement. She gets nothing if she leaves the marriage or if she sleeps with someone else. Here goes some detail. He's outside in the backyard. They live up on a hill, so he's looking across the city. He's lost in thought, and she tells him about this appointment at the shrink that she arranged. And he looks at her. He's like, "Man, I have so many things that I need to do today." And she's like, "I need you to make it, regardless of what you got to do today." And that's when she breaks the news. She's like, "You need to get over this idea of us having kids." You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you're not even here for me when I really, really need you. He's like, "Man, you just adding extra ish to what's going on with me today, but I'm gonna try to make it there." So he gets to his job. He has some issues with the numbers that they don't really agree with. So anyway, his main boss, the one that's over him, don't like the idea. And so he tries to go around his boss to the CEO basically. And so now on this day, the CEO is calling him into this meeting. He got a call from like his secretary saying that he was gonna be there, and he knew there was gonna be some bullshit going on. So he gets to their meeting and he's trying to explain, what's going on. That boss is over there mean mugging him, and the CEO is talking to him. And the CEO finally says, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to let you go, man. This is not working." So anyway, he loses his job, right? He doesn't make it to the shrink. He gets home. His wife is sitting there. She's upset, and he sees this. He instantly goes to the kitchen, grabs the bottle, some brown liquor, fixes him a drink, and he's like, "Man, I ain't trying to hear what you're trying to say. I've had a fucked up day." She sparks up the conversation. They go at, instead of getting too deep into it, he decides to leave. You know what I'm saying? He already had poker night planned for him and his boys. And in the midst of this poker game, they're talking about relationships. It's him and three of his homeboys. So they're having this conversation. One of his homeboys is like, "You ain't shit. You talk like you big shit. The money that you making, it ain't shit. It's because you got a big business job and all that. For years you've been talking like, we ain't shit because you doing better than us." The same dude hits him with that same energy, and he's like, "You know what I'm saying? You talking to us about relationships like everything's perfect with you and with this relationship between you and your wife." Well, his homeboy's kicking all this energy at him, and he's like, "All right, so put your money where your mouth is." And so dude that already had these, you know what I'm saying, they got lost his job and all that shit. He's like, "What you talking about, man? What you talking about? Put my money where my mouth is." And so his homeboy is like, "Yo, I bet you $10,000 that, you know what I'm saying, your wife, the one who you talking all this jazz about, you know what I'm saying, like you got everything going good, and you know what I'm saying, she's all in your pocket and all this shit, or you got her in pocket, you know what I'm saying, got her wrapped around your finger and all this shit with your flaws and all. I bet you 10,000 that, you know what I'm saying, if a man that hit her, you know what I'm saying, at the right moment, the right time, with the right words, he end up fucking." And so homeboy's like, "Fuck you for even saying that shit." You know what I'm saying? And so he hits him back with that same energy, like, "Fuck you too." And then old boy that lost his job, he ends up swinging on his homeboy, give him the hands. You know what I'm saying? And so the other homeboys, they break up the shuffle, and dude with that energy still hits him like, besides all that, "I bet you $10,000 that your woman to sleep around on you. That you ain't all that. The shit that you talking ain't real shit." And so his dumb ass accepts it. He's like, "All right, then fuck it. I bet you, you know what I'm saying, 10,000. And so old boy with all this energy, he's like, on top of that, 10,000. I bet you that our friend right here can do it. And so the third friend is like, yo, man, why you gonna pull me into it? You know what I'm saying? Why it gotta be me? Why it gotta be me? And then old boy, with all that negative energy, he's like, yo, you win at the end of this. I'll split half of that 10,000, give you 5,000, and you get to sleep with his wife. You know what I'm saying? This is just a friendly bet between us friends. Basically, that's what he's trying to say. So the third dude, he throws his hands up, like, yo, okay, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm about it. And so old boy, who's already having this fucked up day, got this on his conscience that his two homeboys is plotting on him, you know what I'm saying? So, boom, days go by. He got this lunch date with his wife. He gets there, and the third homeboy who's supposed to fuck is sitting there with his wife. And so he pulls up, and he's like, yo, what are you doing here? And so his homeboy is like, yo, man, I was in the building, had this job interview, and boom, I walked into your wife. I was getting some coffee, and you know what I'm saying, I bumped into your wife. So we're sitting here talking, and so he sits down. You know what I'm saying, and he's acting like there's no issue going on, and his homeboy's talking to his wife. You know what I'm saying, and she's talking back to him, and he's like, yo, I got some issues that, what I'm saying, his homeboy. He's like, I got some issues that I want to get off my chest. I'd like to sit down and talk with you sometime. Because she is an official shrink. Remember that. She's a successful shrink. So she's like, all right, yo, you know what I'm saying? Just hit me up and we'll schedule an appointment and things like that. And so, his homeboy basically is getting the scheme going, getting the scheme started. And he's sitting across the table looking at this shit, hearing this shit, and he's mad, you know what I'm saying? But according to the bet, you know what I'm saying, he's got to see how this shit falls through, so he don't say shit. Alright, so that moment is gone. Alright. Give it some more days has gone by, and he gets a phone call from this other company that he's trying to, invest, trying to bring this other company to the company that he was working for. They give him a call and they're like, yo, you got to do something about these numbers, you know what I'm saying? Things ain't working out. And he promises them that the numbers will work out, you know what I'm saying? Give him till the end of the week, and you know what I'm saying, he'll get all those numbers corrected and get back with him. Alright, so a couple of days go by, whatever. He stops at his homeboy's house, the fourth homeboy that was there at the poker night. And he's sitting there, he's like, man, I got mad issues, you know what I'm saying? And his homeboy is trying to comfort him and things like that. And old boy is still, wallowing in his pity party. And he snaps at his homeboy, and his homeboy's like, man, fuck you, man. You know what I'm saying? This is why we call you an arrogant prick type shit. So his day, on that day, you know what I'm saying, is still on some fuckery, you know what I mean? Things ain't getting no better. He goes to his job, he breaks in, and he gets the paperwork, the contracts and all this shit. He steals that, take it home, and he fixes the numbers to make everything look good. And he calls up the other company, and they're like, okay, well, if you got the numbers right, you know what I'm saying, send us the paperwork, we'll look over it, and if everything look good, you know what I'm saying, once you fly down, and we can talk about it. So he sends them the paperwork, alright? So now he's about to go to the airport, and he gets a phone call from this other company, and they're like, yo, we can't fuck with you because these numbers ain't right. And we called your job, but we found out that you're not even working with them no more. So this deal is over. Maybe a day or two before He's getting prepared before he gets prepared to take this flight. He pulls up to where his wife work, and he notices that she's in there having lunch with the homeboy who's supposed to fuck. So he calls her, and she doesn't pick up the phone. He sees her look at the phone and wave it off. You know what I'm saying? Straight to voicemail. So throughout this whole maybe couple weeks or whatever, no. The homeboy that was giving off that negative vibe at the poker party said that the third homeboy had a month to, get the draws. Alright, so you got these days going by, weeks going by, and all this shit, you know what I'm saying? And he's seeing all these red flags from his wife. You know what I mean? She's talking about how she can't meet up with the husband because she's got to go check out her mom because her mom ain't feeling well. But then the very next day, she gets this text message, and he sees it saying, "Yo, I had a nice time. Let's do it again." During, you know what I'm saying, and that's supposed to have been during the time that she was supposed to be in with her mom. So he questions her like, "Yo, how's your mom?" And she's like, "Yo, my mom is doing better now. Blah blah blah. Thanks for asking." So he's getting all these red flags throughout these weeks leading up to the deadline of when his homeboy is supposed to fuck. And and he's just like, "Yo, any day now, I gotta deal with this shit." And so on that day that he sees his wife having lunch with his homeboy, he leaves her a message, like, "Baby, I love you, you know what I'm saying? We gotta talk, but I gotta head out of town." And then boom, as he's going to the airport, he gets the phone call from that other company saying, "Hey, we can't fuck with you. These numbers is a lie. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even working there, fuck you, you know what I'm saying?" So he goes out and has some drinks and gets faded, and he goes home. He's hearing voices in the bedroom. He's going down the hallway, opens up the door, and his homeboy smashing. His homeboy getting the drawers, fucking his wife. So he gets the gun from out of the drawer, because the drawer is like right there by the door, bedroom door. Gets the gun, and he shoots, kills his homeboy. His wife is screaming. She's frantic. She goes, looks over the bed at the dude, you know what I'm saying, his homeboy, and she's like, "Oh, you killed them. Oh, you killed them." And so, he's sick to the stomach, you know what I'm saying? He's crouched down, bent over, and she goes over to him. She's like, "Yo, we gotta do something about this. We can fix it. Nobody knows that he's here. Let's just, you know what I'm saying, bury his ass somewhere and let's move on, you know what I'm saying? Act like the same never happened." I made this video that I'm looking at right now, right? And I wanted y'all to give me a response on how you would handle this situation. You know what I'm saying? And give me all type of input, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Would you even put yourself in a situation and all that? As you can see, there's no comments. Nobody's fucking with me like that. But my obligation to my viewers as a content creator, I had to make this video. It's been 4 weeks, and in between that 4 weeks, man, my laptop burnt out on me. I got a PC, a desktop. The Wi-Fi wasn't working on it, so I had to take it to the shop. And then my mouse stopped working on it, so I had to order another mouse, and it took a while for that mouse to get in. So now I'm just now able to come with this reaction. Now, me honestly, being the man that I am now, at the age of 47, for one, I wouldn't have married a woman with a selfish idea or pushing my selfish ways on her. I wouldn't push that shit on her. I talked to her about, you know what I'm saying, wanting to have kids and wanting to leave a legacy. And if she was down with it, then that's cool. And if she's not, then, you know what I'm saying, I would move on. But obviously, somewhere, you know what I'm saying, in this marriage, They did talk about it because they tried to have kids. So, now, if me and my woman wasn't able to have kids because she was having miscarriages, and I wanted to still have kids, then me and her would have to go into some deeper talk, and I'd be like, yo, we gotta go our separate ways. It's not that I fell out of love with you, you know what I'm saying? It's not that, we got a fucked up marriage. It's this, I really, really want to have kids to leave a legacy. Everything about you is beautiful and all that, but if you don't want to continue the attempt to have children, then we need to go our separate way, because it's going to get ugly. I'm going to be looking at you like, man, I want to have kids, and you gave up on the idea, you know what I'm saying? And you going to look at me and hit me with this shit that you hit me with of I need to get over it, and I can't get over it, so we need to go our separate ways before we cause any, emotional damage to either one of us. So none of this would have happened because me and her would have went our separate ways. Alright, that's one. Two, let's say that I still stuck it out with this female. Let's say that I settled. If I made the choice to stay with this woman, even though she's had miscarriages, that's not her fault. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing to be mad at her over what nature does. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way that I could be even more selfish and continue to push this desire on her if she just physically can't do it, and if she's emotionally drained on the idea. So if I'm making a choice to stay with her, I have to let it go, because it's not fair to continue to push this idea on her that she don't want to fuck. Alright, so with that being said, I would still have to make myself available to her and her desires and needs to make this marriage work. You know what I'm saying? It's not a me thing. It's not all about me thing. I'm responsible for my wife's needs and desires, even though things ain't going my way. Since I made the choice to stay with her, there's all type of opportunity to get out of the situation, so I don't have to fake the funk. But since I choose to fake the funk with her, everything at that point, you know what I'm saying? Everything after that point, it's all on me. All the extra bullshit that I may be feeling or thinking, it's all on me. And it is recommended that I either swallow that shit, take it to my grave, get some help to cope with this shit, to be responsible, to be accountable for the decision that I made. As far as me and my homeboys go, I couldn't let money go to my head to where I look down on anybody, especially my homeboys. Alright, so I wouldn't have even been in that situation to where I got some homeboys looking at me and calling me an arrogant prick. The first couple times they would have called me that, you know what I'm saying, we would have had to squash that issue, and I gotta fix my ways. So I wouldn't be in that situation because, like I say, I'm 47 and I've had my experiences in life and I know better. Now, with this job situation, if I'm working at this corporate job and my job is to bring other business, to make investments with other companies, to bring them to my company so we can make more money, it is my responsibility to be honest. So I wouldn't get into no business deals where I have to start lying about shit. If I bring a business deal to my boss and my boss is like, nah, I can't fuck with it, then that's where that whole situation stops with this other company. And I have to let this other company know that, hey, my bosses ain't feeling it, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Didn't mean to waste your time. You know what I'm saying? Get my shit in order, get all the numbers in order, and work with what I got, you know what I'm saying? And work with other companies that I can be honest with, you know what I'm saying? So that situation wouldn't even happen right there, to where I would even have to go around the boss that disagrees with the choices that I'm making with this other company. I wouldn't be in that situation to lose my job. With that being said, there's no way that the rest of this situation, the rest of this story should come to life. I wouldn't have to be talking out the side of my neck about relationships and having my homeboys disagreeing with me if I was being real with myself and being accountable through my marriage. Because everything between me and my wife would be straight. She would know that I honestly want to have kids, but since we can't, I'm gonna go deal with my personal issue on the side, but yet I'll keep her involved through my growth. I wouldn't make her feel like she's on the outside of this situation. Either she goes to these meetings with me, or if she doesn't make it to a meeting with me, I let her know how that meeting went. I had to keep my partner involved through the whole process. That's part of being accountable. That's part of growth. all this shit about him shooting his homeboy or his homeboy having negative vibes about him, all that shit could be prevented. The reason why this idea of making this video and trying to get viewers' responses is because I watched this movie during these 4 weeks that I've been away. I had run across like 4 other movies that I want to give a reaction to and see, you know what I'm saying, what y'all would do type of thing to get a response from y'all. And I wrote down the names of those. So, you know, like with this movie, how I wrote down the notes so I can break it down to you type shit. I'm gonna do the same thing with those 4 movies. And there's some TV shows that I've been watching that when I watch them, there's episodes that I see, you know what I'm saying, that make me want to talk shit. And life is all about growth. That's why the name of my channel is Growing with Podrey. Because, you know, there's just some things that we need to experience. And there's some things, you know what I'm saying, that we can avoid by learning vicariously through other people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to do that because I see you going through some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I might be able to do things differently, but why take the chance? You know what I mean? So that's what this channel is all about, man. I don't want to push any bullshit, plant no negative seeds into anybody's mind. You know, I be curious about life. I be trying to people involved, but being able to post these videos is therapeutic. And it's like with these videos that I make, you know what I'm saying? And with these channels that I have, you know, it's like, yo, I want to be able to leave something, a piece of me in this world. You know, I'm not a fucked up person. And I say that because I've been complimented throughout my life. I still get complimented about the way I think, you know what I'm saying? And the things that I think about, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not being arrogant when I say that. I'm just sharing with you what other people have shared with me. I'm gonna get off this video because I know it's fucking long as hell. But I like for you to check out my disclaimer. My disclaimer goes like this. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I'm not the dumbest person either. I've done my research on some things, but there's a whole lot of shit out there that I can still do my research on. I like to learn. What I need you to do is to question everything that I talk about. I need you to research the things that I'm talking about and form your own opinion on these things. Most importantly, I need you to share your opinion with other people, because you never know when somebody has been thinking about the same shit that you're thinking about. Hit somebody up one day and share your thoughts and opinions with them, and they be like, you are in my life at the right fucking time, because I was just thinking about this the other day type shit. It's fucked up when you might be in a room full of people and you're the only person there thinking about these opinions and thoughts and topics, and everybody else, you know what I'm saying, disagree with you. It's fucked up, man, to feel like you're the odd man out. So do your research on the things that I'm talking about on this topic right here and the different levels of it. Peel onion got a lot of layers to it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with this topic right here. There's a lot of ways that you can break it down to prevent a lot of the bullshit that happens when the end result is somebody dying. There's a point A and a point B, and somewhere in between that, there's a lot of things a person can do to prevent someone dying. So anyway, I want you to stay tuned, you know what I'm saying? Keep checking back with the channel, because I got more videos, more and more reactions to different movies, more reactions to these TV shows that I've been watching. I want to give a shout out to another content creator, Karen. She and I have been associated with each other. We've been talking back and forth, either video to video, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. She might watch one of my videos, or I might watch a video of hers or something like that. And, you know, we give each other feedback and things, you know. We've been doing that since like 2007, 2008. I wouldn't suggest her channel to you if she was a fucked up individual. She's all about growth as well. You know what I'm saying? We may not see eye to eye on a lot of things, but believe me, on the scale, we do think a lot alike. A lot of opinions and issues is going on in the world more than we don't. So check out her channel here. She also has another channel. This channel right here, Karen is One Hot Ass Girl, is the channel that she's had for quite a while now. And her new channel is a channel that we started with. And it's the channel where she does a lot of different skits and things like that. But this channel right here, this is the channel where she shares information with us, the viewers and subscribers, that she wants to share with us. Everything she wants us to know about her, you know what I'm saying, she's posted videos on this channel, you know what I'm saying, so we can get to know her the way that she wants us to get to know her. And the reason why I'm saying it like that, kind of cryptic, is because you can't sit back and say that you know a person for real, because, man, you can't put it past somebody. You can't. A person can surprise you any day of the week, any time during the time that you know them. They might do some shit unexpectedly that you'd be like, man, I didn't think they'd do that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? A person always has to be careful when they're dealing with other people, because, you know, you just can't put it past a person to do some shit one day that's going to surprise you. And the one thing that I've learned in life is that you're going to tell a person certain things about yourself, but you're not going to tell them every single thing about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Some people really guard themselves. And there's other people out there that get fucked up because they let people into their life too damn much. They go with this emotion of love, and they deal with these topics of trust and things like that, and they get fucked off, man, because, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of evil out here in the world. So anyway, with this channel here, Karen is one, with the number one hot ass girl. You know, she has posted a lot of videos to let us get to know some things about her and her children, her family, and, you know, all the thoughts that she might have. She's done a lot of reaction videos to things that she's seen on TV, heard in music or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? She's a cool ass female, you know what I'm saying? She really is. And she's taking you through the process of her growth throughout the years. And you can, you know what I'm saying, get to know her very well if you come to this channel right here. Karen is one hot ass girl. She's a very creative woman. She paints, she sews, she creates skits, she cooks. She takes you through a day in the life of Karen. So she's a great content creator. She's a great person. I really wish that you would check her out. I really do. I need to get off this video because it's fucking long. But I hope that you enjoy the content that I have to offer on this channel right here, Growing with Podrey. It's all about, you know what I'm saying, growth. I have different likes and dislikes, and I like to share that on this channel. I have another channel, Podrey Smurf 2, and I know there's different levels of beauty. So, you know, I try to share my view or my idea of what beauty is on this channel right here. So I get pictures and videos. I'll make a slideshow with some music behind it. You know, I would love to post 2 videos or 3 videos a day, but I gotta, you know what I'm saying, I gotta give everybody time to get home, see that I posted a video and check it out. You know what I'm saying? And then I have a third channel where I post videos of my game footage. I love this game called 7 Days to Die. There's a lot of content, people, you know, content creators, a lot of people that play this game. You know what I'm saying? Not only do I enjoy playing the game, but I enjoy watching others play too. When I was a kid, I was a big fan of choose your own adventure books. You know what I'm saying? At the end of, if you want to do this, then go to page this. If you want to do this, then go to page that. You can read the book 2 or 3 times and get 2 or 3 different outcomes. Well, with this game right here, it's like the same thing. Even though the game has a certain premise to it, you can mess with the difficulty levels to play it at your own risk. Even though it's a zombie apocalypse type game, if you don't want to have any zombies, you don't have to have any zombies. And then from there, it just becomes a survival game. And it is the best sandbox type game out there. Okay, a lot of people might like Minecraft, but this game came from Minecraft in so many ways. The developers, they've been working on this game and working on this game. There's going to be an endpoint to this game, but right now they keep adding more and more content to it. If you go to Steam and if you buy the game, this game gives you the option to go back to the past 10 or 11 updates. You know what I'm saying? And on each update, something changes about the game. The PC version of the game has been updated so many times. So, you know, the console game is outdated, but it's still a fun fucking game. Like, I still play it. I have like 2 different worlds on console that I'm playing. And then on the PC, I just started a new series, but I have 2 other series. So anyway, you know, this game has so many different levels to it, the adventure of it. It's cool to see veteran players squeal or get shocked, by the way that the gameplay goes. Because the AI on the game is crazy. There's so many unexpected and spontaneous moments that pops up, It's like your whole idea of I'm in control of the game does not exist most times. Your plans might get fucked up because of the randomness of the game. And like I say, it's just a cool fucking game, and I wish that you go check out game footage. So anyway, I thank you for watching this video. If you made it to this point, you really get my appreciation. I am a YouTuber, I am a content creator, so I create content whether a person watches it or not. For me, it's therapeutic. It's a great hobby. I have created some playlists to help entertain other people. It's like when you come to this channel, you're not just getting a piece of me. I'm sharing other content creators as well. It's like Trey Mo and Keisha Jones. These videos are funny. I like watching people get interviewed. I like different podcasts. I love beautiful women, so There's videos that I got on here, and I like watching people from other countries and things like that. I am American. I'm melanated, so there's a lot of content from my culture on these playlists. I am not a racist when it comes to color. My racism is towards ignorance, basically. I hate ignorance, and I don't care what race or ethnicity a person comes from. You got a chance to enlighten yourself. You have a chance to grow into a decent person and leave something in this world that other people can grow from. I can't hate on other races because of the information that I have about other races. When it comes down to it, every ethnicity is on some self-preservation levels. Everybody from all these different countries, they're going to represent where they come from, and they're going to try to preserve everything that they can about their history, about their culture. I can't be racist because I'm interested in so many different people and in the way that so many people live. So I gotta have an open mind. But as you can see, my mouth runs, and all I can say is, when it comes down to my videos, if you see this a long video, watch so much of it and stop the video, do whatever you're gonna do, and just come back to it. I need to get off here. Want you have a good day, want you have a good night, want you have a good morning. All right, peace.